Welcome back to Plank's Audio. Today we have our final visit to the land of Oz with Mortal Kombat Part 3. Let's see if League can create any new words this week. The pre-cum gently drizzles down Exo's magnificent cock. He was excited, and the shine of his penis was evidence of it. I can see the fire in your eye, Pappy, and it's making me feel... oh, for fuck's sake. I can see the fire in your eye, Pappy, and it has me feeling tingly, Pepper says, twirling her hair and her fingers. I want to see who makes the first move. Impress me. In Detroit, you always attack the weakest link, but I'm the weakest link, so I'll just attack Frick, Bowley says, while lunging towards Frick. Bowley's footwork is nimble, as he is quickly upon Frick. Frick, not preparing for a full front attack, uses his skills as an ornithologist to steady his breathing and enters a meditative state. Bowley takes advantage. Mounting him naturally, he holds his firm cock in his hand. This is where it ends for you, Frick, as he rubs his tip of his penis along Frick's back. What are you doing, Pepper asks. Sex, Bowley responds, breathing heavily. You aren't even near a hole, you cunt, Pepper says. What do you mean a hole? Bowley asks, puzzled, as Frick awakens, stabbing Bowley in his abdominals with his sword cock. As the blood drips to the floor, the room shakes with the roar emerging from deep inside Pepper's vagina. Plank sees his opportunity as his cock moves side to side, tearing through the walls of the room. Bowley jumps, barely evading this mountainous cock swinging. Exo feels the weight of his circumstances pressing on his shoulders. Frick and Bowley's bussy seemed mortal, but Plank's was on another level. It felt like time moved slowly as he saw this thick, pulsating cock hurtling towards Frick. What could possibly stop it? Exo's gaze turns as he looks upon Frick, unmoving even in the face of this behemoth, even wearing a smile. Frick shakes his hip as a second blade emerges from his peen. He stands firm as his cock begins to cut Plank's plank. I must be Jewish because I just gave you a free circumcision. Not again. Frick, the orpheonorliologist says. Plank winces as his peen recalls tearing a hole in the wall. Finally! Dream enters and says, Finally! Dream says as he enters the room. How many of these tournaments have you done without me getting a chance to show you who the big dog is? Dream says. How the fuck did you get in here? Pepper demands. I drove Bowley, he says. I got bored waiting in the car and realised I hadn't impregnated anyone in the last 3 days. Dreams begins to lower his pants as the room gives the sensation of a blooming meadow. What is this feeling? Pepper asks, shaking. Virility, Dream says, as his penis begins to shoot semen in every direction. As Exo dodges one meant for his face, he looks back, seeing the cum begin to melt the walls. Don't touch it. It's clearly semen mixed with... Abobotulinum toxin A and iderealism, Exos yells. Could those explain what he's shooting? Planks asks. Oh, I don't know. I just said this to trip up Planks reading this erotica. Shock. Exo answers. Dreams fixates on Frick as shot after shot of toxic semen is aimed at his crotch. Frick's penis draws its trusty shield as Frick runs towards Bowley. No! Bowley screams as Frick dodges and the toxic semen hits Bowley in his open wound. No! Dreams cries. He runs to Bowley, embracing him as his hand begins to stroke his hair. Am I dying, Dreams? Bowley asks. No, Bowley, you're pregnant, Dreams says, crying. I loved you like a son, and now you carry my son. The two clutch each other as a shadow begins to immerse them. I'm sorry, gents, but nothing will keep me from a yes. From a yes. Oh. Plank says as he drops his penis, crushing them. Who is yes? Exo asks. I've recently started talking Spanish, Plank responds. No hard feelings, you two. When I crush you both and then ravish that sex demon up there, he continues. Exo is still concerned with Planks, but the approaching Frick is a more pressing concern. Frick replaces his shield with another sword as his penis begins to spin, the weapons on his tip. You know you call yourself the power bottom, Exo, but you never think about me. My name isn't Frickdom, it's Frickdom. Prepared to have that pussy dominated, Frick says, rushing towards Exo. What? Exo is interrupted by a ninja star, somehow thrown by Frick's helicoptering penis as Frick barrels into him. Exo manages to swing his penis, slapping Frick in the face. Now that's a queer one eye for the straight guy, Exo says, pleased with his cultural reference. Overconfident in his foot slips. What the fuck? Overconfident in his foot slip. Alright, hang on. Overconfident, his foot slips, dropping his tight bottom to the ground. I had the high ground, Frick says, mouthing the sounds of lightsabers as his penis begins to helicopter again. One more down, Frick yells as he arches his back, pushing out his hips and sending his penis upwards. Both swords enter his body as he begins to wince in pain. Pepper's vagina lets out a soft roar, growing hungrier. I always forget not to do that when I dress up my penis in this armour. Remember me the way I was, Frick says with a smile. Actually, I didn't really know you that well, Exo says as a familiar shadow engulfs Frick. Another sacrifice for yes, Plank says as his penis drops with the weight of 1,000 moons. Here was the moment with just Planks before him. Shall we get this over with, Plank says with his New Zealand accent, whatever the fuck it is. Yes! Exo says, it's time to prove I'm the power bottom, he continues, bending over to reveal his asshole. You're kidding. My penis is too large. It poked a hole in the ozone, Plank says perplexed. Let's see what you've got, Exo says with a fiery determination. Hold on, I'm still the host here. I'll channel in a large lake to at least give you a bit of lubrication, Pepper says, soon after Planks begins his entry. Goodbye, Exo, you are my favourite, Planks offers as he goes deeper and deeper. What is this? Plank says as he recalls in pleasure. Exo is yet to offer in the slightest grimace, yet Plank is beginning to feel the squeeze. No! Plank screams as soon as his hips make contact with Exo's firm butt. I told you couldn't handle this bottom, Exo says, clenching. Planks faints as Exo releases Plank's plank like a tape measure recalling on itself. Plank's penis crushes him as he whispers of yes, escapes softly from his lips. You did it, Pappy, Pepper screams. Oh, how I wanted that perfect penis. I just have to make you come and you release me, right? Exo asks. Yes, Pappy, that's all I ask, Pepper says with a smile. Exo takes a breath, gathering his thoughts. Can you bring me the body of League? He asks. Of course, Pepper answers, calling Seffi the cunt to wheel the body into the room. Exo lays down, closes his eyes, and begins to sing the score of Rent. Pepper steps over his body, spreading her legs slowly as the voices of the fallen escape their warm prison. She lowers her body, and as the tip of Exo's penis enters her, she moans. With Exo trying to maintain his concentration, she slides down, tightening against his cock, as her moans and breathing hit a fever pitch. Yes, Pappy! Pepper screams, attempting to grind Exo into the ground. Exo cannot take any more and throws her off. This isn't right, he screams, as he walks towards League. If you don't make me come, you will not live, Pappy. Pepper yells. Exo begins to masturbate as he leans over the fallen body of League. He comes gracefully, covering League's face with his load. At least I die doing what's right, Exo says as Pepper's labia throws him into the wall. Then die with your principles, Pepper says, walking towards him. Die with your convictions, Pappy. Pepper screams as her vulva extends out to consume Exo. Exo smiles. Who's dying? as Lee's penis pierces Pepper's heart. What? Pepper says with her voice dwindling. Pepper falls to the floor. How? You died, she inquires. Exo's cum brought me back to life and took yours, Pepper says, lifting Exo off the ground. As the life fades from Pepper, Exo looks at League and asks, so what exactly is Vegemite? As the pair escape through the open hole laughing. As the night turns into day, Seffi rolls into the room and hovers over the body of Pepper. Will you get up? You're wasting both our time, Seffi says with a huff. I can't be satisfied and I can't even fucking sleep for fuck's sake, Pepper says with a yawn. Who would you like for the next tournament? Seffi asks. Pepper pauses, releasing a laugh laced with chaos. Bring me Tiberius. You're a cunt. And that concludes Mortal Kombat. Thank you all for listening. And Exo would never defeat me.